Cornmeal, the parched corn.
This is sumac berries. We call it chichen.
For the last few years, we've tried to increase between 8 and 9 acres.
Buy local. If you buy local and you continue to feed yourselves, we will continue as a people.
I believe that farmers and ranchers are some of the original stewards of our land, and certainly the tribes are.
It really opened my eyes that it's important to knowing where your food comes from and how it's made.
My goal is to ultimately grow farmers. As a Native American, those are my brothers and sisters, and if I can help them, it's my obligation to help them.
They're responsible for the gardening, but part of the program services that we provide with our equipment and our personnel, we'll till that land up for them and help them.
People want to get their hands dirty and grow some of their own food, pass on some of their food preservation practices. Oh, I used to do this with my grandma or my mom, and get that intergenerational connection.
We create platforms for community members to share their gifts, and we see traditional food knowledge as a gift. The knowledge that they carry is rich, and we are wealthy because of it, and people need to be acknowledged for that.
Don't give up. Don't give up. If whatever you're trying is not working, then find another way.
I think it's important for tribal commerce to be revived. It's starting to go that direction. Keeping $1 in Indian country has a multiplier effect of 4.
They're good till the 24th, which is next week, and then
I think every community should have their own farm operation, but also a retail space to get more bang for your buck.
This is great. It really is. One of the things that we're looking at is just on a small scale, encouraging people to think about producing some of their own foods and all, as well as thinking about entrepreneurship.
I'm shipping some of my products into Japan, Paris, and Australia, and as a result, my business is doing well. Although I haven't forgotten what I've gone through, and I want to give back.
Having conversations about food hubs and tribal supported agricultural systems and farmer and rancher cooperatives and intellectual property rights for Indian people and Indian communities. I think these are the kinds of intersections of food systems and economic development that we hoped would be happening and are excited that they are at this conference.
Our salesperson goes around to all these stores and tries to get us on the shelf.
They're eating less formal meals, but they want the snacks that they do to be real food. And Taco Bar is basically real food. I mean, it's meat and fruit. That's it. 70% buffalo and 30% fruit. And it's very, very on trend.
We have to be able to feed ourselves. That's part of the message for our young folks to know. They've got to be a part of that future.
I wanted to know what I could do to change, what I could do to be a better person. I've been looking at the psychological barriers that contribute to why modern Indigenous people are hesitant to change.
We're organizing in our community right now, Manghoit Nashoni Future Farmers of Iroquois, FFI. And it's based upon the 4 S's, and sovereignty is in there, security, self-sufficiency, and sustainability.
We formed a partnership with the FFA. They would plant and harvest the produce. By having the produce on site at the school, not only are we having an interactive learning activity, not only are the students taking responsibility for their own food, but then they're getting to reap the fruits of their labor.
For all of these families that are doing production, and those families is where our healthiest kids come from. We got to start these youth and grow them into healthy adults.
I actually want to purchase a food dryers when I get older. So when I have a house and kids, I want to get food dryers so I can teach that to my kids.
We need to nurture and encourage that multitude of leaders so that we all continue in the same direction, but that the weight is not only on one of us. And that is why it is so important and so great to see so many of us here of same minds and same thoughts.